So continuing our question, so it's actually capital allowances on laptop, on the value of laptop. Laptop costing 2600 purchased, but there is an other concept. This laptop cost is covered in AIA, annual investment allowance. So whole amount of capital allowances are covered. The whole amount of this laptop is covered in AIA. So you can see uh, allowances total are like 2600. It's allowances column. On motor vehicle, another asset purchased, that is motor vehicle, purchased for 19,200. Multiplied with the percentage of 6%, because car CO2 emission is more than 110 grams per kilometer, and multiplied with the number of 9 months, because the accounting period is of 9 months, and multiplied with total business use portion of the car. As you can see, A drove the total 8,000 miles, of which 25 were for self-employed, for self-business journeys. So, are you guys listening to me? So we just answered the after calculating the revised loss for the 9 months period ending 5th April 2020. That was the deduct after deducting the pre-trading loss, pre-trading expense, and the use of office and the capital allowances. So finally, we arrived at the figure of the revised loss of 9 months, that is 7840, and this loss is pertains to for the fiscal year 1920. So if we have a look at the requirement to explain why it is not beneficial to insure the loss claim under the provisions of the giving relief to a loss incurred by the early years of trade. Early year of trade concept is simply the opening year loss relief. The requirement 2 is actually about the treatment of opening year loss relief, as we know that the loss of the fiscal year of the current fiscal year, if it's business, if it is a loss of a new business, and loss of 4 years of a new business is considered as the opening year loss, and it can be adjusted to the last 3 years total income. So as we know, as we just calculated a loss of 7840 for the fiscal year 1920, so it means this loss would be treated as opening year loss. This loss would be treated as opening year loss, and as we know that this opening year loss can be adjusted against last 36 months, last 3 years total income on FIFO basis. Now, same related for requirement C, explain why would not beneficial to claim the, now we are actually talking about the part C. The loss of 7840 would be relieved against total income for 1617 to 1819 on FIFO basis. So internal loss of 7840 can be relieved to total income of the fiscal year 1617 amounting to 10,800. As the other as this is given in other information or part of the question, that the tax year and the total income. So if we have a loss in the fiscal year 1920 and its opening year loss, so it can be adjusted in three previous fiscal years against total income, but on a FIFO basis. So 1920 loss can be adjusted in the fiscal year 1617, and you can see the amount of 10,000 available, 10,800 available for the fiscal year 1617. But why it is not advisable to take adjustment from this value of 10,800? For that, we are going to write the second point. Ashura's total income for 1617 is covered by her personal allowance of 12,500 assumed. Why we are taking this assumption? Why we are considering the personal allowance of 1617 as 12,500? Because 12,500 is the personal allowance for the fiscal year 1920. Why we are taking this for 1617? Because it is clearly mentioned in the note of the part C. You should assume that the tax rates and allowances for the tax year 1920 are also applied in the all previous tax years. So that is why we are assuming that for the fiscal year 1617, the personal allowance is available 12,500. So now you can have an idea that if the total income of 10,800 is covered in the personal allowance, so there is no need to adjust this loss because there is already a nil income is calculated. So a loss relief claim from the value of the 10,800 would not be advisable because there is already a nil liability in that year because all the income covered from the personal allowance. So why we are taking the loss adjustment? Loss should always be adjusted from the income where we have any tax liability. So there is already a no tax liability. So why we are taking the assumption? So that's what the requirement of question explain why it would not be beneficial for A to claim loss relief under the provisions given relief to a loss incurred in the early years of trade. So it's why it is not beneficial to claim the opening year loss relief in the fiscal year 1617. So Ashura's total income for 1617 is covered by a personal loss of 12,500 assumed. So, so a loss relief may claim against the income of fiscal year 2016-17 would not result in any tax saving because that income is already nil as covered by the personal allowance. So that's what the requirement of the solution of requirement C. Now let's talk about the requirement D of question. Assuming that A claims loss relief against a total income of the fiscal year 1920, calculated taxable income for this year. So first of all, we have the remaining data given in question, that is about the employment details. So we have discussed the things in the employment income. So finally, first of all, we are going to find the income in the fiscal year 1920, and then on the assumption that this loss of trading of 9 months is to be adjusted from the income, total income of 1920. What will be the impact? And it's the requirement D. assuming that Ashura's claim loss relief against her total income for the fiscal year 1920. She has loss of the fiscal year 1920, and let's assume this loss is adjusted in the same fiscal year against total income. So what would be the impact? Calculated taxable income for this year. So finally starting this part of question, and it's Ashura part D. Employment income details are given in question, like first of all, salary for the fiscal year is 56,600 for complete fiscal year. An individual is normally having different sources of income, as she started trading in the same fiscal year, and she also have the employment income for the same fiscal year. Then calculation of mileage allowance. Mileage allowance calculation steps are simple. Mileage allowance calculation steps are very simple. On this 3400, access to the first 10,000 miles, reimbursement should be at 45 pence per mile. But you can see employer reimburse at 55 pence per mile. Means an additional 10 pence per mile is received by employer. So if we received excess amount from employer, so that would be considered as the net mileage benefit. So the benefit amount will be added to our employment income. So directly multiplying this to the excess mileage benefit is equal 3400 into 0.1. It's 340 added to employment income. It's actually net mileage benefit. It's actually net mileage. It's not allowance, it's net mileage benefit. That is why added. So here we have pension contributions. The occupational pension is a deduction that is of 2800, as employee is paying herself. And then we have personal pension contribution, but that is not deducted from the employment income. That is not to be deducted from the employment income. What exactly we do with the personal pension? We simply use the amount of personal pension for finding the adjusted net income in the calculation of personal allowance. And due to this personal pension contribution, the band limits are extended by the gross amount of the pension contribution. Then we have subscriptions. There are two subscriptions. One is for professional subscription, that is an allowed expense if paid by employer. Another is for health. Health is not to be deducted, is not allowed expense. So if we take total, let's sum all these. Employment income is simply calculated as, if we add all these figures, its value is 53820, and there is no other income in this question. So considering this is total income for the fiscal year 1920, so trading loss of the current year can also be adjusted from the total income of the current year. There is no other income. So the total income would be the same figure. So it is your total income, and if you deduct trading income from the total income, so trading loss value of trading loss is 7840 as calculated in the part B of question. If we simply deduct this thing, you will get your net income. After deducting, there is no qualifying interest given, so it would be considered as your net income. So net income is 45980. From this, simply deduct the amount of personal allowance, we can take personal allowance at total of 12,500 because this net income is not more than 100,000 threshold amount. So after deducting, you will get your taxable income. So taxable income is, if we take these two figures, so taxable income is 33480. 33480 is less than the first band limit. Now keep remember, we have to extend the band limits by the gross amount of personal pension. So we can say, as this amount is in the first band limit, so she's a basic rate taxpayer. No need to fund the tax liabilities because it's not required in the part D of question. So assuming that assurance loss, now we assume that A claims loss relief in the fiscal year 1920, as we just claimed here, in the fiscal year 1920, from the income of 1920, we adjusted the loss of the same fiscal year. So calculate the taxable income for this fiscal year. So we revise, if we just calculated the taxable income of 33480. So this is how you will be attempting questions in your real exam like this. So I'm going to conclude today's session, and there is one question left for uh, for 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 the practice, which you will be doing at your end. That is the practice of practice exam 2, and you will be finding a question, individual taxation question, with the person name, that is Simon. So when you will start this practice exam, in section C, there is a question on income tax by a name Simon. So you have to attempt that question, and I'm going to conclude today's session. Is there any questions? So you may ask, please. If there is any question, you may ask, please. All right, tomorrow is our last class, and I hope you will be practicing more and more at your home using this ACCA online practice platform, and this will help you a lot to practice like your exam conditions. So take care, and Allah Hafiz.